touchpad intuitive company that makes computing so easy. 5-year-olds can do it, literally 5-year-olds can do it. And also 85-year-old grandmothers have fun on a laptop. Craig Smith is here with me having some of that fun, like movie making. Did you ever think that you could make your own home videos easily? You don't have to go to take a class at school because of the program, the software that Apple gives to you right out of the gate.
Makes it so simple. And we all have that content that we're shooting on our iPhones already. Millions of people have iPhones. Millions of people have the iPads. This is a way to stay in that ecosystem. And the programs that you've been using on your phone, you've been using them on your tablet, it's the same programs in this amazing machine. We've got amazing demos for video, for photos, just surfing the web. All types of great stuff you'll be able to do on your brand new MacBook Pro.
Yeah, more than just typing emails or paying bills, so to speak, online. All right, let me tell you what your choices are, what you're going to get with our offer, and then again, the incredible price that only is good for today. So you're going to get your MacBook Pro. It's the 13-inch. It's our most popular size, so really, really portable, which is great. So if you're going to give this as a graduation gift or to maybe somebody who commutes a lot for work, this is the perfect size. We're then going to give you all the accessories that you would have to shop for separately out at retail. So we're going to give you a mouse that's wireless, the mouse pad. Here we're going to give you an additional 4 USB ports. You're going to have connectivity on the laptop itself, but we know that there's a lot of things that you're kind of linking up or charging via your laptop, so we want you to have extras. We're going to, of course, give you the USB charging cable. And then here are the headphones. Number one, look at the fashion strap. You would never see that on the headphones that you would get at the Apple Store. By the way, I don't even think you get the headphones with the MacBook Pro.
You do not.
You do not.
No.
That would be a separate purchase. And then behind me, this is where we get fun. We really make it our own by choosing our favorite colors. And boy, do we do it in a big fashion sense. So right there behind me, you can see, and by the way, you will get a keyboard overlay to protect your keyboard on your laptop, as well as a carrying case. A clip-it case to protect. And that's what gives the color to your MacBook Pro. So look at that gold. That is gold marble. Really, really pretty. Shishi foo-foo. Looks like expensive marble that you'd have on your kitchen island if you were so fortunate enough. Next to that also is the Chevron. That's kind of got every color there. The reds, the blues, the purples, the blacks, and the grays. How about the gorgeous silver marble?
Love that one.
Yeah. And the houndstooth is really pretty too. That's for the fashionista for sure. And then we have some solid colors if you're not so much into the prints. I have purple for you. There is the blue, which is kind of like more of a Caribbean sea blue. That's got that pearlized finish, these solids. And then finally, I have just a solid gold. Okay, normally here at QVC, the MacBook Pro 13-inch goes for $14.99. We are at $12.49. We're $250 less. Now, we're going to give you our best easy pay plan. So for no extra charge, when you order, or if you order with a credit card, you can break up that price into a monthly payment of $208. That's why so many people buy Apple products here at QVC, is because we have the easy pay. So you now have a monthly payment to make it more affordable. We're also going to throw in some special financing. Here's how this works. If you have QVC's credit card, the Q card, and you order with that, we will put the full purchase price of the $12.49 onto your Q card, but we give you a year to make those minimum monthly payments, and as long as you do so, no interest charged to you. If you use that easy pay option, by the way, it breaks down to $7 a day. $7 a day to own an Apple product, to own a laptop that, quite frankly, is not that laptop that you have to replace in 2 years. And this is why so many people stay loyal to the Apple brand, is these products don't become obsolete. You don't feel like you need to upgrade after using them for a few years. And they're just so much fun to use. This offer goes away at the end of the day, though. That $250 savings, the best easy pay, and that special financing. But let's get back into, I kind of touched base on to why invest in Apple. I mean, these are products with longevity. I have a desktop Mac, 12 years now.
12 years?
12 years.
That's impressive.
Oh, no, not 12 years. Sorry. 6 years on my desktop computer.
Okay.
But
That's still very
impressive. And it runs, it's quick, it's still fast, it's not outdated. And every Apple product, including the MacBook Pros, are the same way.
Well, you look at the power and the performance. What's the engine inside of your computer? So what we have here is the Intel Core i5 processor. processor, and that gives you the ability to work on programs like this. So what I'm looking at right here, Stacy, is a software program. It's called iMovie, video editing on your computer. Well, if you want to be able to do this kind of stuff, which I've shot this with an action cam, I shot this 1080p high definition video here of my kids and I doing all kinds of cool stuff over the last several weeks or so. But if you want to be able to edit and work on programs like this, you need to have a computer that has the power and the performance to keep up with what you're doing. If not, you're going to get the lag in the video. You're going to wait for things to load, and you'll be waiting for buffering and all that kind of stuff. This video here, as we're watching it, it's flowing smoothly. I'm able to edit while I go. I can edit photographs. I can do multiple things at the same time. Because of that Intel Core i5 processor, it has that power and performance. This is a newer generation of the Intel Core i5 as well, so it has a built-in turbo boost. So when you are doing things like intensive video editing or downloading a file, it'll actually kick the processor into a higher gear to download that file more quickly. And then when you're doing just some simple tasks of simply looking at a photograph or managing your calendar, something like that doesn't require as much power. This processor actually has the brain inside of it to say, hey, look, let's back off a little bit. We don't need to burn the battery as much. We can move much more smoothly, much more easily. That's the power of the performance of the Intel Core i5. And there's a reason Apple goes with Intel for their processors, because they have the power and the performance to work with their programs.
So two big brand names right there, Apple and Intel.
Massive brands when it comes when it comes to computers.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, let's take a closer look at the laptop itself, because there's something that's still included in the laptop that a lot of companies are doing away with.
Yes, and so we're with the MacBook Pro too. The one thing you're referencing there is here on the side. You're going to notice it has a slot loading CD and DVD drive. That's definitely going away as we move further down the road with computers. Of course, technology is always updating. Nobody goes to those stores anymore, rents the videos like we used to. We're not buying CDs like we used to. But with the MacBook Pro, on this one right here, we still have that slot loading CD DVD drive, which a lot of us, I know, I get so many hand-me-down movies from my nieces and nephews who are older than my daughters. They hand down those DVDs. If you don't have that DVD drive anymore, guess what? You can't watch the movie. You can't load all that favorite music of yours. I still have hundreds of CDs. We have that slot loading DVD drive right here. As I spin around here to show you the whole computer, you're also going to get a backlit keyboard, which is standard for the MacBook Pro. Everything Apple does is first in class.
Again, usually an upgrade.
Usually on most computer manufacturers, if it's even available, it's an upgrade. It's standard, what we're looking at with Apple. Oversized trackpad here down at the bottom, that 13-inch screen. We also have a built-in webcam right here in the bezel, and more connectivity on the side as well. This is basically everything you ever wanted to plug in to a laptop computer. We've got a port for it. Here's your power hookup right here, hardwired to the internet. This is key for especially people that travel and spend a lot of time in hotels. A lot of times in hotels, that Wi-Fi is sketchy. If you're on the 42nd floor somewhere, good luck trying to get that Wi-Fi signal. So you can hardwire to the internet if you like. If you still have good Wi-Fi signal, you can Wi-Fi connect with this computer. We have Thunderbolt and FireWire ports right here for downloading some larger files. 2 USB 3.0s, multimedia card reader, and your headphone jack as well. So all those slots, all those ports to plug everything into your computer. And again, it's that Apple MacBook. So you take a look at the entire chassis. This is an aluminum chassis. Apple doesn't make those cheap little plastic computers. They make top-of-the-line machines, and that's why when people pick up their MacBook, whether it's a MacBook Pro, a MacBook Air, or the iMac like you have, they stay around for a long time, and they work at the speed you want them to work at.
And while that aluminum is beautiful, you do have your choice here at QVC that you don't out there at an Apple store to really customize. So again, behind me are the color choices. You get that clip-it case that you can put on the front of your laptop to really personalize it. The gold and the gold marble, those two colors that you see there, really, really popular. We have the blue, we have the purple. Those are your two other solids. We also have the silver marble, the houndstooth, and the Chevron, that keyboard overlay coming along with it, and then all your other accessories that we'll walk through again momentarily. But this offer is only for today, and once it's gone, these computers, and we sold out of some of the other colors. We used to have a rose gold that was really pretty. There is no reorder, so it's not coming back. So you're getting that $250 savings today. Take advantage of it now because the price goes back up. But let's talk about that Apple experience even more. There's so many unique features that come with Apple products that you just don't get with traditional PCs.
Well, because it's a totally different world.
Yeah.
And whenever we say different, To a lot of people with technology, they go, oh, I don't know if I want to learn different. Trust me, when you dive into the Apple experience, it's actually easier to use these machines than a lot of the other computers out there. The great thing that Apple does, take a look at all these icons on the bottom of the screen. These are the programs, and you can customize this bottom part of the screen here, but these are the programs that you'll be using with your Apple computer. If these little icons look familiar, they're supposed to. They're the same exact icons that you have with your iPhone and with your tablet. So something as simple as your calendar looks like a calendar. Next to that, Apple Maps. It's that same Maps program you've been using on your phone for years and years and years. Photos, the Safari web browser, iTunes is available here. The App Store. So you can download those same exact apps that you have on your phone, but now you'll be using them on a large 13-inch computer screen. So that same experience that you have on those portable devices. Take a look at this, for example, Stacey. I'm going to open up a photograph here, and here I am in photos. Here's a nice grubby picture of my dog Smitty here. This
good boy.
We call this one a bad day at the park. That was it was a good day for him.
What did he get into?
He stuck his entire face, just stuck it right in mud.
Oh.
So yeah, neither me nor the dog were welcomed home by my wife later in the day after this picture. But to bring it back to the whole Apple experience, well, we're so used to doing this on our phones, right? We're swiping across screens. It's that same type of experience on the MacBook, but instead of swiping on the screen, you're using the oversized trackpad here below the keyboard. So now I just simply swipe my fingers back and forth, and I go from one photo to the next. This makes using your computer easier. The easier your computer is to use, the more comfortable you are going to be with it. The more you're going to use it. Want to zoom in on our photos? That same type of gesture, that pinching and that expanding that we do on our phones, you do that same exact thing on the trackpad to zoom that photograph in, to zoom that photograph out. So now that experience that you've learned on your phone, that you've learned on your tablet, you do the same exact thing on your MacBook Pro. That's why when people get these machines at home, they say, wow, this is different, but this is easier. This is the way my computer is supposed to work. I like doing it this way. That's why when people make that switch and they become Mac users, they become Mac users again and again and again. You hear a lot of people jump from the other world into Apple. You really don't hear people jump from Apple and going back to a different type of operating system.
Absolutely. And in speaking of the videos and the photos, is there enough storage capacity on here to hold all the things that I love?
Yes, and this has the traditional spinning hard drive in here. We got 500 gigabytes of hard drive capacity.
That's good.
So this computer that I actually have on set right here, this is the computer I use at home on a daily basis, checking my emails, doing all that kind of work. I recently got all my old CDs out.
No,
I had a bunch of old. I was looking at my iPhone. Oh, that's on there. But I was going through some of my old CD. I had a conversation with an old friend of mine. We started talking about music and stuff like that. I have thousands and thousands of photographs on this computer now because I went back to the old CD collection and I said, hey, let's put that old Joe Cocker on there. Hey, I remember the Doobie Brothers in college. Let's put those on there as well. So now that with the 500 gigabyte hard drive, that's a massive storage capacity. We have that on this computer.
And again, the screen quality is amazing, whether it's the home videos or if you love to stream from Netflix or Hulu, it just absolutely looks great. Now remember why so many people come to QVC for their Apple products, not only the easy pay, but we give you so many of the extras that normally you'd have to shop for separately, which can be a real pain if you wanted to give this as a gift to dad or grad or for a birthday gift, because then all of a sudden the person you give the gift to has to go out shopping. We'll have everything for you out of the box. So you get, of course, the MacBook Pro 13, but you're going to get the earbuds, which have this really cool little fashion statement to it, which is something new and fun. We have, of course, the USB charging cable, the wireless mouse, we have the mouse pad, and then we have the extra connectivity to go along. So your Fitbits that you have to recharge, that kind of stuff, you're taken care of. And then there's software too to boot. There's so much that goes into it that normally just doesn't come when you walk into an Apple store and you pick up a MacBook.
None of that comes.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that comes with your Apple MacBook when you purchase it at the store is the power plug. and that's it. These are all extra things that you go out and you purchase. So if you are using, this computer for to run your business. Well, you want to be able to create spreadsheets. Guess what? You're going to be able to use that mouse. A lot of people are going to use the oversized trackpad, which is great about the Apple experience. But my wife runs her business on an iMac, so she uses that mouse all the time when she's filling out those spreadsheets. And then the additional software we have some creativity software for you. We have stuff related to music, stuff related to games. And we also have 5 Printer Picks vouchers for up to $50 a piece. View this as like an extra 5 different gifts you're going to get. So with these Printer Picks vouchers, you can do things like